In a sudden move, the Nigerian federal government recently suspended Twitter operations indefinitely nationwide. It is believed that for every minute that the suspension stands, the country is losing a lot of money. How exactly is this directive affecting individuals, businesses, and the media? Shola Akindolu is the CEO of Brass Business Banking, a startup offering premium banking services to business people, entrepreneurs, and freelancers.
For us, Twitter is just for acquisition. Customer acquisition is where we hire most of our people. It's where we do a lot of customer support, and it is pretty much our space to sort of like talk more about our business. Before the suspension, we were spending roughly about $10,000 a month on acquisition or promotion, but we've had to pause that for now because we don't know how to sort of like really manage the entire situation, and we've had to also communicate to our customers that we can't support them on Twitter. So right now we've had to start using other channels, Instagram, Facebook, to really promote our business, but we can't actually, for the most part right now, use Twitter. It was somewhat heartbreaking. It felt like the problem is there's so much uncertainty. You don't know how to respond to it. You don't know whether to tweet or not to tweet. You just don't know because no one has any experience about this. Like, I don't know how to deal with this pretty much, so we just stopped.
And although Nigerian startups raised $219 million in the first quarter of 2021, the suspension of Twitter may make it less likely for investors to want to put their money into startups in the country based on risk. And as a platform that many have connected and done business through over the years, the sudden directive came as a shock. I spoke to Korti, a fast-rising Nigerian YouTuber and filmmaker, on how this affects her career.
Before the Twitter ban, my Twitter really was like on a, if I wanted to do a pitch right now, I'll just say, oh, it has gone from 5,000 to 20,000 right now, but in that pitch, if they see it now, it has just gone down because of the Twitter ban. When I was at like 2,000 subscribers, I used to basically tweet at people randomly subscribe to my channel. So I feel like that helped, spread the word about my YouTube. But now I have to think of what to do if Twitter did not exist. There's a clear difference. People are not on Twitter. Well, because of the ban, but also because even using a VPN is stressful.
And for the media, the National Broadcasting Commission has directed all broadcasting stations to suspend their use of the platform with immediate effect, limiting communication with the public. For us at Arise News, we've luckily been able to adapt by tweeting through our international offices. However, our audience in Nigeria can no longer access our news on the platform. And for Zakoko, a Nigerian media house amplifying youth culture, the suspension is having a great effect already.
Since the ban, our Twitter engagement has dropped by 50%. It's slowly increasing as people find alternative ways to access Twitter, but I don't think it's ever going to go back to that number if the ban isn't reversed. We're trying to look for different ways to be discovered. So we've been pushing our newsletter more, sign up to the newsletter so you can get access to it. It's really sad to see other countries are moving forward and making it easier for the media and making it easier for people to communicate, and Nigeria is regressing. I think it's just really sad.
The federal government of Nigeria has stated that the suspension of Twitter is indefinite and other social media platforms must become licensed in order to operate in Nigeria. The reason stated being that Twitter has apparently made its platform available for the propagation of activities of persons who want to destabilize the country. However, it's clear that for the majority of Nigerians who rely on Twitter, whether it's for business or for information, this suspension is a huge hurdle to their daily operations. Laila Johnson-Salami, Arise News, Lagos.